fun race because Tam has some connection issues, so there's some backup issues. But yeah, I'll just quickly make the stream back to this channel. If you're not continuing, I'll just quickly tap. Yeah, if you're not continue commentating because well, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I can't be bothered with this.
Well, for now.
Okay, right. Oh, that's alright, stream's back up, so...
Alright, so... Deal takes Bleach, Killer, Low. League Group has defeated like Bleach, Killer, O, and June.
So, Mitch still in the net leader of the race. Looks like Onyx was trying to stretch those super softs out, but he is coming under increasing pressure from those charging soft runners. The first of them is RJ, and the Rhino is going to try and make his way through into the final corner. Is he going to make it? No, stays back for now, but he gets a good run and a good exit. Does the Rhino. Onyx, I'm assuming he's got the pit. He's kept those super softs going for so long, and he does pull in at the end of lap 9, but he did take those a very long time. So Onyx though, he is going to get undercut quite heavily by the cars behind him. I think Mitch is coming down the main straight there. Still with a reasonably comfortable lead over his teammate. Killer still trying to get at him, but ultimately looks like Mitch is just controlling this race, but there doesn't seem to be much between the Ferraris in terms of pace, so hopefully we'll see a decent race between them.
Same time, June, O, and Bullet Boy are having a scrap to themselves, as Owen is getting closer and closer to Bullet Boy, going around it, not close enough to going around his outside. But we'll see if he can get moved onto turn 3. But he a bit lost back in, and now he's not close enough to make it.
Yeah, not quite there for Owen. Bullet Boy still ahead of these guys, but he is on much older tyres. I believe he paired at the end of lap 1. If he wants to take those to the end of the race, he's got some task on his hands. It's Jim that's hassling the back of them as well, closing up to the back of Owen there. And the Toro also had a little look down the inside of Bullet Boy, but wasn't able to get it done. Now he's got pressure from the server of Jim. Is he going to go for a move? That'd be a very risky overtaking attempt, but he doesn't go for it. So it's Owen still in front there as they scream down the back straight. Gary as well trying to close down these guys, but on older tyres than Owens and Jim's. Jim was able to. He did cut a little bit earlier than the other stock runners. But speaking of the stock runners, RJ's still staying out as a Decky under a little bit of pressure from Neo Luigi, who I believe was ahead of both of them before we had the little issue with the stream. But of course we're back going there. But yeah, so RJ leads the way at the moment with Bullet Boy holding on a bit of a train behind him.
Yeah, and now Jimmy's right behind Owen. At the same time, Owen will have to string on Bullet Boy, and we'll see if he has the string on speed. Take the battle first turn. Now Bullet Boy's one of the other. Owen goes for outside, and Bullet Boy just was basic, and Owen does big moves still. But at the same time, June goes around the outside of Bullet Boy, and they go side by side up to turn 3. But now, June goes deep, but still has to make a move on Bullet Boy.
So Bullet Boy losing out then after holding up these guys. He does have much older tyres, so you can excuse it, I guess. But Jim's still got Owen just in front of him to try and pick off. It's Onyx. It's a good way up the road from these guys. So he has been able to gap them despite staying out longer. But so.
Locked out, pitch June behind.
Oh.
At the same time, someone just disconnected. I didn't see who just disconnected, but he was Falcon is disconnected from the
He's probably just. I
Yeah,
imagine
right
he's just
now.
left
Yeah,
because
apparently,
yeah,
yeah, left because he's DNF'd. At the same time,
yeah,
no, Luigi makes a move on Dicky on up the first turn, and he has made two moves
and
too.
he able to get through. So Luigi showing pretty impressive pace there, taking on the champ Dicky. I'm sure he'll be very happy that I've said that. But yeah, so Luigi moves up a place, and we've got a Bullet Boy. Looks like he's had a spin potentially. Yeah, he's in the wall.
Really well,
And he has actually retired from the session, so looks like he just had enough there at that point off in the gravel trap. But meanwhile, Le Mans has a little look to the inside of V5 going into turn 1, gets pinched onto the inside curb by the McLaren, but V5 is able to hold on up front. It looks like Owens managed to gap Jim after that, after a couple of little excursions, as Mitch continues to ease away from his teammate behind Killer, not quite able to match the pace of Mitch out in front. But currently it seems like it's the closest battle on track is between. There's not really much going on at the moment, apart from that
but
throw
close
from
one will be
13.
like Lormers and B5, because B5 is on
Yeah,
tail lap or mediums, as Lormers is hit on press. For, he's only low pro laps over softs, so he's probably making an hour stop. Because he's not definitely not making those softs to end. Or maybe at the same time taking pits for P3 pursue. And he goes on to medium tires, taking toes to the end.
yeah.
And
So the
at the same
Mercedes
time,
coming up pit lane.
Lover's right behind P5. He's probably gonna make a move on first turn. Because there's no point making on a move from last turn. Oh, and he hits the PRV Buffaloes and PRV's way. Throws Rose it. At the same time,
Oh,
taking back. Oh, and Rose comes back in the pits and takes 5-6 of the game and the tire at the same time.
another casualty in this race. Man's presumably with a bit of a rage quit there as he went into the pits at full speed. That's why you saw him get that penalty. But currently June chasing down Owned just up the road and looking to chip away at that gap in the man in ninth place at the moment on track. Owned is on for a pretty good result here as it stands, so he has done very well in this race so far, as he is the fifth of the cars that have made a stop here, just behind Decky, about 2.5 seconds back from the Mercedes, that will probably be looking to hunt down that Williams of Onyx just up the road. It looks like Keller has managed to get a little bit back on his teammate. The gap between them just over 2 seconds at this stage, as RJ and Luigi, the leading soft runners, finally come into the pits at the end of lap 13.
They have made a Kustin on their 12 plus soft tires, and they'll have a Kustin to the end. They have much better tires to the end, like in the medium tires, as components such as Owen and Ju, and Gary O'Donnell again. At the same time, Ju is right behind Owen, and he's right, and he's gonna make one turn one because he's right behind Owen, and Owen sticks a big wide, and at the last corner, and Ju goes up to inside, and he's gonna make an easy move on turn one.
So Jim, easy move on Own, and Toro also moves back in place. He's now got Gary, who looks to be the next one to challenge as Gary comes into the pits. He slaps on a set of the medium, so he is going to be pretty quick, but RJ and Luigi have actually come out in very decent positions just ahead of Decky, so these guys could be on for a really good result. I don't think that they're going to get much further than Onyx, but certainly RJ could be on for a very good result. And potentially a podium as Game Boys runs around in the front on the medium tyres, and he's
Same time Decky Luigi going around the outside from Luigi up to at the 70th corner. That's a very nice move to Decky into Luigi running big by up turn 6, but still that's not nice move to Decky.
Decky gets through ahead of Luigi. He's got RJ just up the road, but he has got all the tyres, so it is going to be tough for the Mercedes to get that position. But he is going to push and give it all he's got as Onyx still runs around P4. And Luigi trying to stay in that DRS for Decky ahead for as long as possible. And that's really all he can do at this point, with June as well chasing him down behind. So a lot of these guys bunching up in the midfield. from Onyx down, it is pretty close. So you'll be seeing some battles in the next laps time. But currently, it's Onyx in P4 that's trying to hold on to that, but he has got a very long and fast group of cars behind him.
But now Jake's on a hunt for that P5 position with Archer on it. But at the same time, Archer is catching a bit on Onyx, but pretty close. But at the same time, Nick is hammering down, closing down RJ by 10 per second. And now Nibble is still less than a second away from Dicky. He's having that switching to catch RJ and having battle for place.
Jim trying to close down the Luigi ahead. He does look very quick despite his older tyres. He's pushing hard and making ground at the stage. RJ chipping away that advantage of Onyx ahead. So he's making good progress on fresh tyres. Once you get the mediums up the temperature, and that can be a big issue. And that's why we saw Nilo Luigi struggle initially. It's because it is difficult to get the mediums going and flowing. But once they do, they are very good. And that's where RJ could start to rein in on Onyx as a result of that. But his Game Boy's still out in the lead. But he has got Mitch closing him down, and Mitch and Killer. The gap between them still hovering about 2.5 seconds. But Mitch could be in a bit of bother here if he has some issues getting past the Sauber, so we could be seeing an interesting exchange between the two leaders coming up soon.
At the same time, Mitch is catching very quick Game Boy. He might be a bit of traffic, so we might benefit from Mitch very getting hold on by Game Boy. At the same time, Jim's getting right behind from Willow.
Yeah. So looking ahead, Jim closing in on the McLaren so much later on the brakes going into turn 8, and the Luigi will be feeling the pressure at this stage. He still has a shot at a decent result here, but he is going to have to really fight it. Of course, Jim has recently picked up a penalty. I'm not sure about where that makes it stand, but the Sauber still closes in. RJ really flying at this stage. He is moving through and closing down that gap.
And Cavi's only 1.3 seconds, and when he pits, he has like 2 seconds back, so he's catching like massive amount. So RJ is doing good for free position as which goes to the Game Boy.
And is able to get it past with ease, so he moves through into the lead on the track, and that's ominous for the rest of this race. But what's ominous is the sight from the back of the McLaren at Jim. So Luigi's going to be under a bit of pressure going into turn 1. This Jim going to send it from a long way back. Sensible stays behind. Luigi holds P7 for now as RJ continues to chase down Onyx further up the road. But this is the closest battle on track for the moment between Luigi and Jim for P8 and P7 and P8. Gary and Owen still trying to chase down behind, but they're not quite onto this train just yet. But up ahead, RJ, he's managed to get himself into the DRS range of Onyx, so we could be seeing an attack from the Renault soon. Onyx under all sorts of pressure, New Luigi under all sorts of pressure. Deke currently sitting kind of in the middle of all this, with battles left and right of him. But Onyx is trying to hold on to that P4. He could be on for a podium if he's able to hold the position, but that is going to be easier said than done. His Game Boy is finally pits from P2 on the road, and he is going to be lightning fast on, I presume, a set of soft tyres. So watch out for this man. He is going to be on a charge in the next few laps, but 1 minute's also on a charge.
Charging on Onyx, and Onyx goes to defense over turn 1, and RJ will be batting. Onyx goes back in, and RJ is getting closer and closer and closer.
Incident between Jim and Neo Luigi. The McLaren just tagged the Sauber, and Jim goes around and he's trying to recover it, but that's any chance of a good result now down the toilet for him, and it's Owen that's moved up as a result of that, up into P6. Good work from him. RJ continues to pressure Onyx this now for podium, so very very exciting times up ahead as they're going to be moving the Rhino. Doesn't quite go for it now. Opens up the throttle at a turn 10. The RS open now from RG. Is it going to be close enough going into 11? He's certainly going to go for it there to the inside. Onyx knows he can't fend him off this time, and he sits back, but you will have the RS to try and retaliate with that. Further down the road, Owen now has got a bit of a trade behind him. Luigi sitting behind, he'll be frustrated after an incident with Jim that was probably a bit of a racing incident. I don't think that he could have done much more about that than Luigi. But he is still on the charge, just being owned, and Gary as well, right up ahead. But now it's Onyx's turn to have an attack at RJ down the main straight.
And now Onyx opens DRS and RJ is quite on defense, but still left some space on the inside, and Onyx takes inside. And Onyx takes a little tap for RJ and still makes it to turn one. RJ is not released from that, but still he'll be one to get third place by badly. And now as Neroshi is right behind, but still not close enough. Making move on turn 3.
Yeah, so Luigi continues to pressure Owen. Then I think now, because of that squabbling from Decky, from Onyx and RJ, it has allowed Decky to close in. He's just in the DRS range of the Rhino ahead, so that battling has cost both the Williams and the Rhino some time, and now they've got the Champ chasing them down. But RJ now following close on the slipstream. He's not going to get it done this time, but he will look for some DRS next time around, with Decky chasing them down. Up front, Killer still about 2 seconds behind Mitch. These guys have just been running around. I don't know if Mitch is going all out at this stage, because he's not eased away from the field in the same way that he's done in the last 2 races, but he still looks to be very much in control. But Killer has put up a very good fight so far, but we can't see him really challenging Mitch. But now for the podium, RJ now, DRS open. He's not that close, but everything can change as Decky looks ominous as well behind. But now Onyx gets very defensive to the inside. To the outside goes RJ. Is he going to be able to get it done? A little bit of wheel banging between them. Around the outside goes the Rhino. He's going to get pinched at turn 2. Surely he has to back off, and that's going to give Decky a chance now. Look at the run that the Mercedes has. Pulls to the inside going into turn 4. This is the chance that the German has been waiting for. Inside going into the 4. Late braking from RJ. That he's not going to give it up. Is Decky going to run him wide? It gives him the squeezing treatment. RJ on the curb, not giving it in though. But eventually he'll have to go around turn 6. Decky moves up with a P4, and he's got the podium in his sights now. So Decky, he has a lap older tyres than RJ, but he's not letting that get to him as he continues on his charge. Next up, Onyx, and his battle with the podium starts to really heat up.
Same time, Game Boy is catching up with own trip. Own is having a different from Evolution quite bad. It's all over Own. He's definitely on slide. Just keep that 6th place. And he's more important than with own tires. As Evolution getting quite close to Own, but not quite enough. Getting close. But now RJ is was right beyond Decky, but now lost back at the corner. We'll see if Decky is closing us pretty often.
Just looking around, I have to say that the field has been very clean. I believe only Gary in the top 8 actually has penalties. That's very well done from him. But it's the Mercedes of Decky who's the one to watch. Switches to the inside, aggressive move. Has he got it done? He locks it up. But is Onyx able to come back? And it looks like Decky's just about got it done. Is he going to squeeze him off the track? The Williams just about able to hang it in there. Now Onyx and Decky parallel down towards turn 4. Onyx has the line. Is it going to be able to get the place though? Side by side, under braking. Onyx goes aggressive. Is Decky going to look for the switchback? RJ though goes aggressive on the inside. Decky with oversteer swipes into the Rhino. They're going to go side by side into 6. Who's going to yield as RJ has to sit back on the inside? These guys getting really feisty now. Onyx able to hold on to his podium. He's got all sorts of pressure from behind. He was just able to stay ahead of Decky. RJ looking feisty. And further down the field, Luigi has managed to dispatch a Bode. And the Toro also has to look for Gary and Game Boys, who's going to be rapid on those fresh softs behind. So battles up and down the field now.
and same time chooses to pass that on his new Surface tires, but he's quite far behind for B5, who had a fast start from first lap. But now, Deki is getting put now, getting a new try on this that pretty position.
So Deki is going to have another crack at it now with DRS. He's going to need a good exit coming off that final corner. Onyx is going to struggle to get grip out of those 11 lap old, almost 12 lap old mediums, but he does get a good enough exit, and he's immediately going to break the slipstream. He knows the threat from behind, and RJ looks very feisty as well, so it could get very tight going into turn 1. Here comes Deki again. Onyx defends to the inside, and there's no way through for Deki. He's boxed in on the outside, no way through there for Deki, but he's pushing the Williams around turn 2. Look at this, and now he's going to have the stream. Is he going to have a chance at the position? Is he going to go late on the brakes? RJ's going to be looking as well. Down the inside goes Deki. Hasn't been able to get it done. Onyx holds it around the outside. The good momentum from the Williams, and he is able to hold on. So Onyx defending that podium position valiantly, and for the moment he's been able to hold on. But is Deki going to charge again? Going round at turn 10, and Deki's so close. He's eyeing up that podium. Onyx tries to get a good enough exit. It's going to be enough to fend off the Mercedes. I don't know if it is. Deki's tucked in underneath the rear wing of the Williams. He knows it. Down to the inside. Onyx lost out to RJ at this place a couple of laps ago, and this time he tries to fight Deki a little bit more. They're going to go side by side at turn 12. That's very risky. Are they going to be able to keep it clean? Deki knows the danger, has to back out of it. Goes late down the inside. How's he going to be able to get it done? Squeezes Onyx round. This is incredible racing. They're still wheel to wheel. Has Deki got himself in front? RJ ducks to the inside, and Onyx almost swipes into his car, runs into the back of Deki, and they're wheel banging all over the shop. Onyx runs wide, and he's going to give that up to RJ, I think, or has he? They're wheel to wheel going down the pit straight, and now who's going to get the slipstream from the Mercedes ahead? It's going to be Onyx. It's making a little bit of an advantage over RJ, but it looks like RJ's just about managed to get in front. RJ, is he going to go late on the brakes on the Mercedes? No, he just about backs out of it, but they both manage to splash of Onyx. He goes late down the inside and turn 2. This is unbelievable. I don't know where to look between these guys, but it is RJ. He's just about managed to get in front. Onyx isn't done with yet. To the outside of the turn 4. Has he got it? Squeezes from the Renault, and RJ gets through.
That's an incredible racing, but now RJ Onyx means that they can put a bigger gap from RJ up to 1.5. So now RJ Onyx really has to catch up if they still want that podium position. At the same time, now Nevolution has run away with own brake test here as so. And now Game Boy has to catch up with Gary, and he's making out all move on but now Onyx is now from Archer. Think about what makes that move to catch up back to catching up with Deki. So he don't have to push it back. But at the same time, Deki is making a bit of a gap more and more.
Deki very clinical, and that was just about enough. He was able to get through at the right time, and then battling between RJ and Onyx, those two were going at it fiercely, and RJ ended up coming off better, but his chances of a podium could be dwindling, especially with Onyx looking to put the pressure on once again. He's tucked in underneath the rear wing of the Renault. Is Onyx going to go late to the inside? No, he goes outside. Trying to get it done on the brakes. RJ's got the line into the corner, round the outside goes Onyx, nowhere to go. He hits the back of the Renault again. But he's just about manages to keep it clean. But that's another half a second in Deki's favour, so he is looking pretty secure in that podium position. And now, if these guys keep battling, look at the train of 4 cars headed up by New Luigi. They could be threatening these guys in a few laps time if they start battling so hard.
Because like 3 laps ago, the gap was like 5 seconds. Now it's like less than 3 seconds. So when RJ is honestly battling, he actually can catch up in the race. At all this race.
Gary has got the oldest tyres out of all of these guys, so he is going to be in a bit of a bother, and he gets a big oversteer moment coming out of turn 10. Is that going to put Game Boys on the outside? Here comes the Sauber. Is he going to be able to get himself in front? Gary's not going to give it up on the brakes, I'm sure, and he sticks it on the the inside. They're going to keep it clean just to give each other enough respect. Go around into turn 12 side by side. One of them has to yield surely, and it is Gary. No, he's still just about there. Runs into the back of him almost. As a it's like Game Boys may have let him back through. I'm not sure what went on there, but Neil Luigi and Gary both picked up penalties.
Yeah, Gary did have to have Game Boys, which make Game Boys to have a real house spin. Like it looked like a race meeting, so now Game Boys is right back with Gary, maybe up to me.
Oh, Onyx goes hyper aggressive inside of RJ going into turn 1. He's just about managed to get through. That's a brilliant move from Onyx, and he's able to retake that podium position, but these guys still losing touch with Deke. Onyx weaving around all over the shop. RJ's not going to be happy with that. He doesn't go for the move going into turn 4. Luigi still heads up that train behind. But these guys, they're fighting so fiercely and costing themselves time, and you can tell there's almost genuine hatred between these guys. They're fighting at it. Is RJ going to have a little lunge? No, he doesn't. But yeah, that's very much secure the Deke podium. And Mitch is getting close in a little bit by Keller. I wouldn't say he's under any sort of threat, but Mitch still controlling it out in front. But the gap has come down a little bit, I'll just mention. But RJ now is going to have to go at Onyx in the back straight.
Now RJ makes up to what Onyx breaks late and doesn't let RJ make one inside.
Yeah, well done from Onyx. He was able to fend off RJ. I'm not sure if RJ was going all out aggressive there. He may have just backed out the move, trying to put the Williams off. But Onyx still just in front as Luigi pushing hard. The gap's now just 2 seconds. So look at the pace that he's got. He's just about managed to break that DRS from Owen behind as Jim picks up yet another penalty. He's pretty much out of contention in this race, but RJ is all over Onyx, and this time surely he's going to get another move done. Onyx knows the threat, moves to the inside. I think RJ's just about got him covered this time. They go very close on the straight, almost bang wheels, and RJ just about able to get in front late on the brakes from Onyx. He lunges it on the inside, but I think that RJ's going to be able to hold it out. Guys on the curb though. Onyx around the outside of turn 2 goes off the track. I don't think RJ's going to be too pleased with that, but Onyx retakes the place. Luigi still chasing him down, and RJ's not done with yet. Back to the inside of the turn 4. Onyx doesn't give him that much space, holds it round the outside and just about able to stay in B4. But these guys still fighting so hard, and now look where Luigi is. He's fighting to get in that DRS range now.
Same as Game Boys, but now Gary has been falling off from Game Boys
things. RJ is going to be frustrated at this stage. Luigi is going to be licking his lips at the possibility of gaining 2 places here. He has got equally fresh tyres to RJ, and of course Onyx 16 laps he's done on his mediums. They're not exactly going to be dying as of yet, but he hasn't got an advantage on the 2 cars behind. Of course, RJ and Luigi stayed out longer. RJ down the inside into the final corner, and he's got it done this time. Of who's going to get the DRS? That's what I'm curious of. As Onyx right in the slipstream, Onyx is going to have DRS as well, so he has got a straight line speed advantage over the Rhino. They're parallel down the straight and over the line. Going down into turn 1, looks like Onyx may have out just to get in front. Is RJ going to go late on the brakes? Yes, he is. He's still on the inside. Onyx holds it round the outside and just about able to get the possession. Now, here comes Luigi. What can he do about this? The McLaren tucked in behind, looks to the inside. RJ covers it off, and RJ is going to go for the move on the Williams as well. Side by side going round turn 4. Are they going to keep it clean? No, big snap from oversteer from both of them. Luigi not able to take advantage. They're still side by side round turn 6. Onyx going to go around the outside. Has he just about got it done? Luigi tries to follow through as RJ runs wide, and now he goes for another move on the Williams. Has Luigi just made an absolute masterstroke here? It's not done yet though. I'm losing my voice at this stage. These guys going at it in a turn 10. No way are they going to keep it side by side through there. Yes, they do though. Onyx again holds on, but Luigi.
Always right behind RCW. RCW has the slide now. OW makes it point of RJ, and they go right beside it now. Up, right back off now. Luigi right behind the same time. Killer is less than a second from Mitch.
Are they going to be team orders at Ferrari? I don't know. But Mitch under pressure there, and he has got a lap older tyres, and I think that's telling. But Luigi.
Onyx on the last corner, but now the Onyx has DRS again. You see, Luigi has a much better traction. Archie's right neck to neck with Onyx. Going into turn one. Let's see how it goes. Oh, they both
Oh, Onyx tries
breakaway.
to squeeze. And Onyx and RJ run side by side. Run turn 2 and 3 has the Rhino just about got in front this time. I don't think that Onyx is going to give it up. These two have been fighting the whole race, and now Owens is now looking. Round the outside goes Onyx. Is RJ going to squeeze him off the track? He does give him a little bit of a squeeze. Now the threat from Owens is coming through. He doesn't go for it. Onyx tries. Oh, he's taken him out. Onyx just goes straight into RJ, and that's gutted for RJ. I don't know what Onyx was doing there. I don't know why he's trying a move there. But he's been so aggressive that whole race, and I think it finally stepped over the line then. But the real main attraction at this stage is at the front. Killer pressuring his teammate, and they're coming towards the last lap there. This race has flown by, well, apart from the little issues that we had, but these guys have been battling away, and now the Ferrari's gonna go toe to toe on the last lap of the race. Is Killer going to be able to get the move done on his struggling Ferrari teammate? 20 lap old tyres on the leader, and the championship leader could be under threat for the first time this season. Outside goes Killer, go down into turn one. Has he got it done before they go into the braking zone? Mitch has to back off, has a look at the inside, but he can't get it done. Killer takes the lead on the final lap of the race. Is he going to be able to wrap this one up?
He probably has forever these beach tires are absolutely dead because he can't even put the control down fully anymore. But at the same time, the Game Boy going around the outside on the first turn. Unlocks up a bit, but still keeps moving now. Game Boy absolutely
Game Boy gets through. He takes advantage of all the carnage, and he's had a brilliant race, as has Neil Luigi in front of him. Both been driving brilliantly. It's been yellows in sector 2. It looks like Mitch has actually had a spin. His tires have gone completely.
Mitch has a puncher.
Mitch has a puncture.
He has a puncher.
Oh, he's pushed those tires right to the limit. And Decky is
getting close and close. But Mitch, Mitch has a puncher. And Decky is probably gonna get P2 Mitch. But now I suppose accident evolution get P3 from
Decky moves through into P2. This is unbelievable scenes. The championship leader gets a puncture on the final lap of the race. He led it the whole time, but you could just see as Killer was chasing up to the back of him. Now Neil Luigi is sniffing a podium here. Is he going to be able to get to the Ferrari in time? Killer comes up on the line. He takes the race with Decky. A nice recovery drive to P2. Remember, he was at the back of the grid at the start. Great drive from him. Mitch, is he going to stay ahead of Neil Luigi? Neil Luigi in the McLaren is sensing a podium here, but I think Mitch is just about going to be able to fend off. Mitch takes third, just ahead of Neil Luigi, who did actually have a penalty, so Game Boys gets up in the P4. And just behind in P6, Onyx a controversial P7, and then Gary comes over the line in P8, loses P8 to Jari and to RJ and P9 to Jari, as V5 is going to be the last cut across the line. Whew. I'm going to need to lie down after that. That was an absolutely insane race. The battles were just shaping up, and then in the last 10-15 laps it just all kicked off.
He all just kicked off at the end because Mitch just punched it. That's so unfortunate. What made Killer in the lead, winner of the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Wow. That was quite something. Just so many battles, quite a few incidents, and drama on the very last lap of the race. As Killer is the one that comes out on top in the end ahead of Decky. Mitch will be absolutely gutted with P3 after leading the whole race. Game Boys from, I believe, last on the grid. What a drive from him to P4. And Neil Luigi probably be quite disappointed with that penalty. Could have definitely got P4 himself, but still a good drive from him. Owens managed to use manages to make that strategy work, so well done to him. He gets P6. Onyx after looking like he could be on for a podium at one point. Very scrappy race for him in P7, and the man that he had contact with late on in the race, RJ in P8 ahead of Yari. Gary losing out on P8 in penalties. He gets the final points. Actually, no, because of the point system. V5 and June will both pick up points, and all the people that didn't finish won't.
So who do you think is your try for today?
Ooh, it would either be Decky or Game Boys. I think one of those two.
Yeah, it's close Interesting.
Um, yeah, and yeah, I don't think Killer was expecting that race win to come out to just fold into his lap. Um, with a couple of laps to go, he was still about 2 seconds back from his teammate, but he is able to take it ahead of Deke, and Mitch rounds out the podium. That is your Bahrain Grand Prix. What a race that was! So, obviously, the two of us have got a detour to look forward to racing in about 15 minutes. So, we're gonna have to prepare ourselves. I've been Tammed. He's been Sergeant. See you next time.